Imagine a company built on innovation and trust, thriving in a competitive market. Viridian Innovations, founded in 2017, rapidly became a beacon in sustainable energy solutions. Its ambitious projects and ethical approach attracted significant venture capital, promising a brighter, cleaner future for all. At its heart was Emily Carter, a senior project manager whose dedication was unmatched. She spearheaded critical initiatives, consistently exceeding expectations. Her colleagues and the board alike deeply respected her expertise, a quiet force propelling Viridian toward its lofty goals. Working alongside Emily was Mark Jensen, Viridian's head of finance. He was the meticulous guardian of the company's rapidly growing assets, a seemingly indispensable figure in their financial success. He projected an image of calm competence, managing the vast sums flowing through Viridian. Then, a tremor. In late 2022, Viridian initiated a routine internal audit, prompted by minor discrepancies in a major project's budget. Initially, these were dismissed as clerical errors, but as auditors delved deeper, the anomalies grew too significant to ignore. The audit, now intensified, began focusing on specific accounts linked directly to Emily's projects. Whispers spread through the office, a chilling current of suspicion. The once vibrant atmosphere turned tense as colleagues exchanged uneasy glances, fearing the unknown. On February 14, 2023, the bombshell dropped. An internal memo circulated, naming Emily Carter as the primary suspect in an alleged multi-million-dollar embezzlement scheme. The gravity of the accusation instantly shattered her professional life and reputation. Emily was immediately suspended, her access revoked. The public humiliation was swift and brutal. She found herself isolated, grappling with disbelief and an overwhelming sense of betrayal, her carefully built career collapsing around her. The evidence against her seemed damning. Forged invoices bearing her supposed approval, suspicious wire transfers to unknown offshore accounts, and emails, seemingly from her, authorizing the illicit movement of funds. It painted a grim, undeniable picture. Viridian Innovations reeled from the impact. Investor confidence plummeted, threatening its projected $50 million Series C funding round. Over $3.2 million was confirmed missing, halting critical sustainable energy projects and triggering fears of widespread layoffs. Emily's personal life unraveled just as quickly. Friends distanced themselves. Phone calls went unanswered. She became a pariah, isolated and alone, facing the terrifying prospect of up to 10 years in federal prison for a crime she vehemently denied committing. Desperation fueled her resolve. Sifting through the evidence provided by the auditors, Emily meticulously scrutinized every document. She searched for any anomaly, any inconsistency, a tiny thread to pull in the overwhelming darkness of her situation. Then a flicker of light. A specific transaction date, seemingly approved by her, coincided with her approved vacation. More critically, a subtle deviation in a digital signature on an authorization email felt off. It was a faint, yet potent, glimmer of hope. Under immense pressure and the looming threat of legal action, Emily realized she couldn't rely solely on the official investigation. It felt rigged, designed to confirm her guilt. She had to clear her own name, whatever the cost, no matter how daunting. She began methodically dissecting every piece of evidence. The alleged forged emails, the wire transfer logs, each document was scrutinized for subtle discrepancies. Emily's analytical mind, once an asset to Viridian, became her only weapon. Desperate, Emily reached out to Marcus Thorne, a retired forensic accountant she'd met during a previous industry conference. Understanding the severity, Marcus, with his sharp eye for financial deceit, discreetly agreed to help, offering his expertise pro bono. Together, they unearthed patterns in the fraudulent transactions. Several large transfers, totaling over $1.5 million, occurred precisely when Emily was on approved leave, inaccessible and unaware. This detail strongly suggested insider knowledge and planning. Digital footprints were meticulously traced. While many IP addresses linked to transfers routed through various VPNs, Marcus discovered a critical oversight. One crucial transaction originated from a specific local network, identifiable by its unique subnet ID. The shell companies receiving the embezzled funds initially seemed untraceable. However, a deep dive into their registration details revealed a minor, almost imperceptible link, a forgotten P.O. box address from Viridian's earliest startup days. The true scope of the embezzlement was far grander than initially reported. Marcus's forensic analysis confirmed over $7 million had been siphoned from Viridian over an 18-month period, not just the initial $3.2 million. The scale was staggering. Marcus concluded this was no ordinary fraud. It was a sophisticated, multi-layered operation, far beyond the capabilities of a single person. It suggested deep system access and an intricate understanding of Viridian's financial architecture and internal protocols. Emily attempted to confront Mark Jensen, the head of finance. While he maintained his innocence, his unusual nervousness, evasive answers, and inability to meet her spoke volumes. He seemed to be hiding something or someone much larger. The breakthrough arrived with the digital signatures. The subtle deviation Emily had noticed was indeed an anomaly. Marcus confirmed it was a sophisticated forgery, a deep-fake signature missing an imperceptible, unique biometric tremor present in Emily's true digital identity. Further analysis of Viridian's system logs yielded crucial data. Specific administrator logins, made from within Viridian's secure network during off-hours, entirely bypassed standard security protocols. These weren't external attacks. They were internal breaches. The trail of those administrator logins led not to Mark Jensen, nor any low-level employee. It pointed directly to an account associated with Viridian's co-founder and chief operations officer, a woman Emily had deeply trusted and considered her mentor, Sarah Chun. The revelation of Sarah Chen's involvement was a betrayal Emily hadn't imagined possible. It wasn't just being framed. It was a systematic, calculated dismantling of her life by a person she respected, admired, and considered family. The deeper betrayal was personal. Emily and Marcus worked tirelessly, compiling an irrefutable dossier. It included the IP logs, intricate transaction records, deep analysis of the forged documents, and witness testimony from vendors who noted unusual requests made by Sarah Chun. On April 18, 2023, Emily presented her findings to Viridian's board of directors, including CEO David Miller. He initially dismissed the claims against Sarah, citing her impeccable reputation and foundational role in the company's success. But as Emily meticulously laid out the evidence, piece by undeniable piece, the room fell silent. It showed Sarah Chun wasn't just involved. She had masterminded the entire scheme, using Mark Jensen as an unwitting or perhaps coerced pawn in her elaborate web. Sarah's motive slowly emerged. Years of mounting personal debt from a secretly failed tech venture, combined with a growing resentment and desire for ultimate control, had corrupted her. She saw Viridian's success not as a shared triumph, but her personal ATM. Confronted with the overwhelming proof, Sarah's carefully constructed facade finally crumbled. In a harrowing confession to the board, she detailed her intricate scheme, revealing how she manipulated systems and individuals to funnel millions. Mark Jensen, cleared of direct involvement in the master plan, admitted to being pressured and manipulated by Sarah. Fearing for his job and reputation, he had followed her instructions, believing he was only protecting company assets, not aiding a fraud. The aftermath within Viridian was chaotic. Investor confidence plummeted further, the stock took a significant hit, and an immediate internal restructuring was initiated. The focus shifted from innovation to desperately rebuilding shattered trust. Legal proceedings commenced swiftly. On October 5, 2023, Sarah Chun was formally arrested. She later faced federal charges for multiple counts of wire fraud and embezzlement, facing decades in prison, a stark fall from her position of power. Emily, fully exonerated, returned to Viridian. The experience left an indelible mark, transforming her perspective. She had seen the dark underbelly of unchecked ambition and the devastating consequences of betrayal, yet emerged stronger. Rebuilding trust and enhancing security became paramount for Viridian. The company implemented stringent new financial oversight protocols and cutting-edge cybersecurity measures, striving to set a new industry standard for corporate integrity. The case of Emily Carter and Viridian Innovations stands as a stark reminder of corporate vulnerability. How well do we truly know those we implicitly trust, especially when ambition and desperation cast their long, corrupting shadows, turning allies into adversaries?